So I'm here with Roger Cleveland of Callaway to talk about the new Mack Daddy Wedge, the PM Grind. And I'm here because I've got a little story about this, and you're going to pick up the story. But I first heard about this wedge last fall at the PGA Championship. I was following Phil Mickelson, and he was playing with Tiger Woods. And as I was walking down the fairway, you see these quiet little moments sometimes at a golf tournament. And Phil started excitedly telling Tiger about a new prototype wedge that he was working on at Callaway. And I was listening to that, and it was obvious Phil was excited about it. And it turns out now, months later, here we are. This is the prototype, and this is now Phil's wedge.
This is actually the product now. The prototype, I took two wedges that we had, the Mack Daddy U-Grind, cut them in half, welded them together, ground them, and that's what Phil was using at the PGA. The grooves go all the way to the toe. And the reason for that is that when you open the face, which he does all the time with his lob wedge, you actually hit further out to the toe because that hosel gets in the way if you don't, and you don't want that. When you put this down, open it up, it looks like you can flip pancakes with this thing. And so it has that technology, okay? And it has his sole geometry, which has a concave sole which actually moves the bounce back, and he loves that. Now the green, why the green? The green is like money, and that's what you make at the end of the round when you use this wedge. And so it's a great product. We have his shaft, his grip, minus the 7 wraps. He has a big grip. And so it's his product, and we're so excited about it.
So Phil's been a part of the Callaway family now for a lot of years. Was he more involved with this wedge than he typically gets with products, or is this something that you do every year where you work with him closely?
When he first came with Callaway, we made the Mack Daddy groove, or this aggressive groove, and he called it the Mack Daddy. We love the name, and we call the product Mack Daddy. So we've been involved with him, and he comes over, he lives close by us, and he's very active with us, and he's so much fun to work with.
I feel like the last thing I'd like to know, since I have one of the thought leaders of the wedge industry in front of me, where do you see these products going in the future?
Well, we want to make sure that we have all the necessary tools for the trade to make the short game as easy as possible. We're working on some different sole geometries for different turf conditions. We have a lot of options right now in our current line, the Mack Daddy 2. This is another great option. You need to get with your pro, get fit, take some lessons. The short game is where you really improve your game the fastest and the most, really.
Good to hear. All right, Roger. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.